This is a quick test of how the Tesla Model 3 performs in cold, wintry conditions. So if you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, recently you've seen I've shared a couple of pictures. Winter has come early for a lot of parts of the country, including where I am. We just got hit with a winter weather advisory last night. It sleeted, it froze, it rained, it snowed, and as you can see outside, it's super cold. But we're in the Model 3. I've driven it almost 50 miles a day, and we're going to take a look at the range, how the range got impacted from the cold, how it performed, how it drove, and also the door handles and all that stuff, because lately I've seen on social media a lot of people complaining about the Tesla Model 3 and how it's a horrible winter car. The door handles are frozen shut. We're just going to put it to the test here and show you how mine has performed in the cold wintry conditions. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share some exciting news that Elon just shared, so stick around for that if you're thinking about ordering a Model 3 yourself. Had no problem getting in. The handles work like normally. The windows drop down like normal. You can see there's snow on the roof there. There's snow everywhere on the car. So let's take a look at the range real quick and see how the cold has impacted the estimated range. So when I left the house this morning, I had 239 miles of estimated range. And as you can see right here, it's got 167 miles of estimated range left. And I've only driven 48 miles since then. So based on the estimated range when I left this morning, in normal conditions, I should have roughly 191 miles of estimated range left. So I've basically lost 24 miles of range since I've driven the car this morning, since I've driven the 48 miles. And that may come to a surprise for some people, but going in, when you're buying an electric vehicle, you kind of have to know that what you're getting into, and know that electric cars do take an impact for range in colder conditions. So when the temperature drops below freezing, or if it's around freezing, you're not going to get your estimated range that it shows you in normal conditions. You're going to take a bit of a hit on your estimated range. As you can see here, can you see the blue snowflake next to the battery? That means the battery is cold right now, and it needs to heat up because it reserves a certain portion of the battery. See that little blue sliver of the battery right there? That just means, I don't think that can be used. That portion can't be used until the battery is heated up. As you drive, the battery will warm itself up. And another reason why the battery takes a hit in the cold is when it's sitting out here in the cold, the car has to manage the battery and keep it at a safe temperature. So it has a thermal management system for the battery and keeps it at a safe temperature. And that takes up energy to do that. So that's another reason why it takes an impact. Also, when you're driving through sleet and rain and snow, when you're driving through any type of precipitation, that's going to affect your range as well, which is why you kind of have to expect and be prepared for taking a hit in the winter. That's why I always advocate buying a longer range battery when you get an electric vehicle. That's why I say range is king. I've said it before. When you're getting an electric vehicle, make sure that you make the range a top priority and budget for it, and try to get the longest range battery as possible. And I always recommend trying to get in that 310 mile battery with the Model 3 if you're thinking about ordering that. If we take a look at my watt hours per mile, you can see I'm averaging 270 watt hours per mile when I drove the 48 miles today in the cold wintry conditions. And that's with a single motor rear wheel drive, even with the 18-inch Aero wheels rear wheel drive. And I don't even have winter tires on right now. I just have the stock tires. And those seem to perform really well in the sleet and the snowy conditions. I honestly didn't slip up at all. I didn't feel like I was losing control at all. I had it on autopilot much of the time too, and it performed really well, way better than I expected it to. So I'm pretty happy with 270 watt hours per mile, especially in the cold conditions that I drove in. Now here's a quick tip. I've read this somewhere. The estimated battery range that it gives you in mileage is based on an average of 250 watt hours per mile. So anything above 250, you're averaging over 250 on your drive, you're going to get less than that estimated mileage range that it says right there next to the battery. So just be aware of that. So try to keep your average watt hour per mile around 250 or less in order to get that. And plus you can use the new energy tab here, and you can see your estimated energy usage during the past 30 miles, 15 miles, or 5 miles on your trip. So that helps out a lot. If I kept up with my average range that I've been using on this trip for the last 30 miles, I'd only get 152 miles projected range so I lose 15 miles of range based on what I've been driving. So is the Tesla Model 3 a terrible winter car? No, I think that's a little bit of an exaggeration. Is it built for the winter? Like, is it the best winter car? No. But do you experience some of these other problems with like frozen door handles and losing range or losing fuel range with other cars, even gasoline cars? Yeah, that happens for any car. You know, any car left out in the cold will experience. I've experienced frozen door handles with my old G6 all the time. It's the same thing. When it's cold outside, you're going to use more energy to heat up the car. It goes the same way for any type of vehicle, gasoline or electric. So just be prepared to take a little bit of a hit in the winter if you're driving an all-electric car. But in my opinion, from the short test, it's been great. I haven't had an issue with anything so far. You just kind of have to be careful and keep an eye out on your estimated range and how fast you're going and all that stuff. But it performed and handled really well in the snow, even the single motor in the back. So I'm very happy with my Model 3, no regrets. So the exciting news that Elon just tweeted out today, if you order your Model 3 by November 30th, that will lock in and make you eligible for that if you qualify for that $7,500 full tax credit before it gets cut in half in 2019. So take advantage of that. Again, if you want to use my referral link, I'm giving away some awesome bonuses to my first 55 referrals. And right now you can see I'm sitting at 40 referrals, and I got a few people that have emailed me saying they've ordered my code that haven't popped up yet. So I got less than 15 spots left to win some awesome bonuses. The first bonus is you'll win a free ride with me in a future Tesla Roadster if I win it. Plus, if you're one of my first 55 referrals, you'll be entered to win a brand new Tesla signature wall connector that I'm going to giving away to a lucky winner out of the first 55 referrals. So there's less than 15 spots left. So if you're ordering your Model 3, I will thank you in advance and be much appreciated if you use my referral link. I'll leave that right here in the eye icon, and then also I'll leave my referral link and my code in the description below. And of course, you'll get that 6 months of free supercharging when you use my referral link as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you out a little bit and give you a little insight of what the Model 3 is all about and how it performs in the winter and what to expect if you're planning on getting the Model 3 and you live in a cold climate or any place that has cold conditions like this in the wintertime. I don't foresee a problem with mine at all. I'm happy with my purchase, and I'm going to continue driving my Model 3 as much as I can, even in the winter. Please subscribe if you want to see more Model 3 videos. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.